Welcome to yet another episode of One-on-One with the Fabric Blogger. Today, we have with us the outstanding and awe-inspiring Mrs. Deola Aluko, the CEO of Myza Fabrics.
Hi viewers, my name is Deola Aluko and I'm the CEO of Myza Fabrics. I'm married with 3 beautiful daughters. The name Myza came from, the first MY was from my daughter's name, Maisha. So I used the MY, then the ZA was from my first daughter, Zara. Because people used to wonder why Myza. It sounds as if you're stingy, but I called the names then from my daughter's first 2 initials. I did accounting and I'm a chartered accountant with I have my ACCA from the UK. I think it started as far back as I worked in the bank in 2005, sorry. Then I got married in 2006. Then I went to Lagos. I sorted out the Ashwebi on my own and everyone really liked it. And afterwards in the bank, whenever there's any occasion, they always called me to go get the right fabric or gilly for it. Even whenever we're having any occasion at home too, I was always the one in charge when he had to do with such. So, but then I left after a while. I focused on my studies. When I now go back to the country, I decided to go after my passion. I started in April 2014. I could remember when I was traveling, I went to Dubai first then to get the fabrics, and I just had $1 million to start with, which was like $5,000 then. Getting there, I knew what I was looking for, and the truth was I couldn't find it. There was a day I sat down, I was crying, because you might just think it's just going to all the stores in there. No, it has nothing to do with that. But until I found where the wholesale was and the specifics I was looking for, I was able to find it then. Then it was just Dubai I was doing, but which later on I had to have a mix of it. So I started from my living room. I converted my dining area to the shop. Then I was running from my house, I think for like 3 years. But the major factor, what helped me most, was Instagram. From that 2014, I started posting on Instagram. The traffic was very low, but it was still okay. I could remember even with that, I got my first Ashwebi order that same year for about 100 people, and it was George, which was not even my area, which I didn't know much about. I was able to pull through, and that was it. The only problem then was I wasn't too comfortable with people coming into my home, but the ones that could accept delivery did, and others that could come came, and that was how it was. Until 3 years later, when Design called me, and she had a space in a new building. It was at the back. It was like a BQ, but it was a very tiny space, but it felt better. I moved there, and it made people more comfortable, and we're able to spread more better. People felt more comfortable coming to the shop, and I think things got better when I opened the shop than when I was running from my house. Personally, I'm a very conservative person, to be honest. I just like things simple and not flashy, so that's just it. Okay, initially when I started, I wanted to sell in the way that anyone could come in and at least get something. I had normal shikambi, atampa, and just normal. So even if and I had lists going up to like 450, 500,000. So you could either buy something of 6,000. I had a range from the 6,000 to 400. So I just wanted the fabric for anyone that could come in, could get something they could afford. I wasn't focused on either the high end or the low end. I just wanted you to be able to afford something when you come in. To be honest, it's exciting. The fact when they tag you, that's the best part of it, and you see people, then when you see them bring the fabric to life, it gives me so much joy and makes me feel okay, I'm doing something right. Favorite part will be, it's just, I think the favorite part is seeing it actualize, because you see so many fabrics, and the beauty is when it's sewn and it's worn. That's what gives me more joy. Initial challenge was getting the right suppliers. It's at times it's a bit difficult, and but with time, and also when you tend to mix up with other fabric sellers, it gets a little bit easier, to be honest. Then I think then maybe staying up at night, or I think just juggling the family life, the work-life balance, and also the business. It's not easy, but we thank God we're able to function. With the COVID, when it started, and usually for we that sell fabric, January to the first quarter of the year is usually slow, which we always prepare for. So you'd use that period to stock up and everything. But when this came up, I know everyone was in a state of confusion. When I wanted to come back and start posting, I think that was sometimes in April or May. I think it was in May. My fear was people's priority is not clothes. Even if you have to spend money, or if you have to do anything with everything going around, it has to be with food or essentials. But I took the risk one day. I decided to put up most of the old fabrics I have and put them up on sale. And this was during, I will still call it the peak of the era, because everyone was still on total lockdown there. And I was surprised. In a week, I wouldn't even lie to you, I sold, I think, about 1 million naira worth. It might, for some big fabric seller, it might be nothing, but for me, it was a lot. We're going through a pandemic, and then people were still willing to buy and keep. Some would be like, oh, where are we wearing to? It's nice, but where? But at the end of the day, we still had people that were buying. Then I also focused on showcasing like the cotton ones, things that were simple. You could use it to sew boo-boo or whatever, rather than the shiny ones that people wear for occasion. So with that, I was able to lure more people in, and that was how we were able to overcome. To be honest, I think when I started, I didn't know of any other person in Abuja then. Along the line, I found someone, and I met her first, and really, because she does ashoke, I don't do ashoke. So whenever I have like ashoke, I meet her for ashoke, and along the line we got very, very close. So even when we're ordering things, at times we order together in bulk, so we share. And I also have wonderful people in Lagos, many of the big sellers in Lagos too. If I have anything, and if a client needs something and I don't have, I can always call them up, and we all have good relationship. That's the truth. So the fabric world is big. I think it was more exclusive then. It's not like the way it is now. Maybe with Instagram now that more people know about it, you see so many people selling the same thing. But as I always say, our customers are different. I don't see any of them as a competitor. I just see them as more like we're friends. So when whoever wants to come to me will come, whoever wants to go there will go, even though we sell the same thing. I think we get along, but that's the truth. My motto has always been a fabric for everyone. That's just as simple as that. The fabric world it's a big one, but it's also, there's enough room for everyone. I still had, there's a new, I think she's more new to the business in Abuja here. She still called me up, I think last week, and she asked me for advice on where she wanted to set up her shop and everything, and I gave her a candid advice. I told her I started from, she sells from her house too, and I told her I started up in my own living room as well and moved to, she got a BQ in a residential. I said, so far it's a shop, and so far you're known on Instagram, people will always come to you. So it's okay. I think I still, regarding the fabrics, I just still need to get some exclusive suppliers. If I wanted to do anything different, that's just another thing I'm looking for. And also to diversify along the line, because you have to look at other lines of business. I feel there are a lot of people already, and I still need to look for, I'm trying to work on something else that will also create a niche. Because the first time I came up, I saw the fabric blogger on Instagram. I was like, wow, I really like this. This is something different. And I think I voiced it out to you, and I told you, oh, this is really nice. I've never seen a blog that's specific to fabric, and I said kudos to you. I like what you were doing, and I think it's a nice idea. It's really nice, and to be honest, it's nice. And you put so much details into it. You explain, even one time you put up a post, you explain the intricacies of the fabric, which we that we're selling at times don't even go too much into it. So it's a good work. It's something different, and I hope in years to come we'll celebrate it in a bigger way. So that's it.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Follow, like, and share us on all platforms at Fabric Blogger. We'll be bringing you more interesting episodes soon. Thank you.